Hey Tekken players, I hope you're all doing well. So I've made two fairly long guides on this channel explaining King's best moves and King's best throws. So for this video I'm going to explain basically how to bring these two things together through the art of throw buffering. Now as far as I'm aware, other characters can also buffer throws, but given this is such a fundamental part of King's gameplay, I'm going to keep this to King only. Also, to do King's blue spark throws via throw buffering, it is actually really hard to do, and I have covered this during my King Blue Spark guide, so I won't be covering it here. Just before we get onto the video proper, I just want to say a huge thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. Just for a bit of history, when I first started making videos for Tekken 7, it took me about a year and a half to get to 1,000, and my own personal target was to try to get to 2,000 by the end of Tekken 8's first year, and so to be on the edge of 3,000 just 2 months after Tekken 8's release, well, I can't express enough just how thankful I am for all your support with the likes and the comments, so thank you so much guys. On that subject, since I am a small channel, I do read all my comments you put on my videos, so if you have any feedback, both constructive and critical, please drop a comment below. Just to let you know, I have an updated King combo guide in the works where we cover the really fun stuff such as floor blasts and floor breaks, so be sure to subscribe to not miss it. So with all that YouTube housekeeping done, let's crack on with the video. Okay, so by talking about what throw buffering is, we'll also cover why it's so important for King. So the simple answer is, throw buffering is when you input the command of a throw during the animation of the previous move, just in time for the ending with the previous move's animation. Okay, that was a bit of a mouthful, so it's probably easier just to demonstrate this. Now I've set King to do 1-2 into Muscle Buster, and while I'm controlling Paul, I'm going to try and interrupt him, and it looks a bit like this. Okay, same situation, only this time I've buffered a throw with King, and it looks like this. So as you can see, the second time I cannot interrupt the throw whatsoever because the throw is coming out literally the moment the 1-2 animation has finished. This is why throw buffering is vital for King players. It's a way of making sure there is no delay in between the previous move finishing and the throw coming out, which makes it much harder for the opponent to counter by either say interrupting or ducking. So how do we do this? Well, put simply, you do the previous move, but rather than waiting for the hits to complete before putting the input for the throw, you actually start the input for the throw just as the previous move is about to complete, and in time for it to come out when the previous move is finished. This sounds quite simple, and to be honest, most of the time it is, but there are a few caveats to go through, and also do a timing. So let me show you the easiest way of seeing this with King's back 1-2. Now, back 1-2 is a great 12 frame punish for King, and gives plenty of frames on hit, so it's a great chance to buffer a throw. However, watch what happens if I try to buffer the throw too quickly. Note that now no throw comes out at all. This is because I'm trying to get the throw out before back 1-2 has recovered. So how do we know when to time this? Well, the easiest way is to set your practice settings to the following. This will show the recovery animation. Note that when King changes colour, the move is completed. So this is when you want the throw buffer to finish. So as you can see, back 1-2 has quite a long recovery as King keeps his arm up in the air. This demonstrates why you need to make sure for certain moves you don't rush the input for the throw. Okay, so let's look at some drills to practice this. Well, I would start with doing 2-1 into throw buffer. 2-1 is a fantastic punish for moves that are -10 on block, and also a good mid check in the neutral. It also is quite slow, so it gives you time to practice. So try 2-1 into Giant Swing, Muscle Buster, and Tombstone. Now once you have this down, try it with some other moves. Now it's entirely up to you how you want to play King. but personally I would practice on the following key moves to throw buffer. Forward forward neutral 2, down forward 1, down forward 2, forward 1+4, down back 3, and back 1-2. Remember, if you're struggling, put the recovery animation back on, as some moves have a longer or shorter window to buffer the throw. Okay, once you've got those down, it's time to take King into ranked and try them in the real world. Top tip, if you get a bit too predictable with going for a one move into a throw, be sure to use a mid instead in case your opponent starts to duck your throws. Thanks all for watching. I hope that's helped you work on your throws and will help you climb the ranks with your King. If you feel this video has helped you, please drop it a like so more new Tekken players will see it in their feeds. And if you don't want to miss on the next King and Tekken 8 guides, be sure to hit the sub button. Thanks everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.